Hello everyone, how's your week? Welcome back to Pacific Front channel. It's the end of June already, and continuing our newest tradition, it's time for us to look at what happened in Indo-Pacific region during this month. I've prepared 5 interesting pieces of news for you. Let's check it out. Sad news come from the Philippines last Wednesday. The newly acquired S-70I Black Hawk helicopter of the Philippine Air Force crashed during a night flight training near Kapas, killing 6 people. The police-made aircraft was reported to be late from the estimated time of return to its station at Clark Air Base, prompting the eventual search. The chopper was carrying 3 pilots and 3 crew members before it took off around 8 p.m., according to PAF spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Maynard Mariano. All other newly acquired Black Hawk helicopters will not be flown pending completion of the investigation. The Philippine government signed a deal with a Polish company in March 2019 to procure the Black Hawk helicopters to replace their aging Huey. Manila spent $241 million to acquire 16 Sikorsky S-70I Black Hawk helicopters. 6 Black Hawk, including the one that crashed, were delivered in November, while 5 others were shipped early in June and are under technical inspection. The final batch is due to be delivered later this year. My deepest condolences for the fallen crew member and their family. As you already know, earlier this month, we got surprising news from Indonesian Navy frigate procurement plan. Fincantieri and Indonesian Ministry of Defense have signed a contract for the supply of 6 Frame-class frigate, the modernization and sale of 2 Mistral-class frigate, and the related logistical support. The order represents a success for Fincantieri and for Italy, which has a fleet of 10 frame ships. The agreement is of the utmost importance to strengthen the collaboration between 2 countries in a strategic area in the Pacific, according to the Fincantieri press release. The CEO of Fincantieri, Giuseppe Bono, also added that the acquisition of an order of this magnitude allows Fincantieri to also assume global leadership in the surface ship sector and is the confirmation of the technological leadership of a project once again considered the most innovative on the market, which led to 20 ships for several foreign navies. They also said that they will work with Indonesian state-owned shipbuilder PT PAL, though Fincantieri will assume the role of the prime contractor. 3 ships are said to be built in Italy and the other 3 in Indonesia. Besides Frame, there are several other ships competing for this tender, including Damen Omega, 30 FFM from Japan, and Arrowhead 140 or Ivar-Huitfeldt from Babcock OMT. I can say this contract is good news for the future of Indonesian Navy. Frame is a future-ready frigate, so it will enhance the Navy's capabilities significantly. But one question remains, how are we going to fund it? Last month we learned that the Rafale procurement plan might be delayed because the foreign loan meant to fund it was not being approved by the Ministry of National Development Planning. How about this one? Will we hope for foreign loans as well and face a similar fate? I will talk in more detail about Frame in the future, so stay tuned for that. The next news comes from Indonesian Air Force Tanker Procurement Program. The Ministry of Finance has granted approval to obtain up to $700 million in foreign loans to procure 2 aerial tankers for the Air Force. It was revealed in a notice issued by the MOF listing a total of 31 defense programs for which funding through foreign loans has been approved. Indonesian Air Force had appointed JMF Aero Asia, a subsidiary of Garuda Indonesia, for assistance with an in-depth study on Indonesia's aerial refueling capability. Among the matters that were explored in the study were life cycle costs, local capabilities in maintaining the airframes, compatibility of refueling methods with the Air Force fleet, and the interoperability with existing and future assets. The Air Force and GMF Aero Asia recommend that the new tankers are equipped with both the prop and drogue and boom refueling method. Prior to the study with GMF Aero Asia, the Air Force also made a study comparing Airbus A330 MRTT, Boeing KC-46A Pegasus, and Ilyushin Il-78. But the MRTT is the only reasonable choice for the Air Force need. It offers more than just an aerial refueling aircraft. GMF Aero Asia also has the capability to maintain Garuda Indonesia's A330 fleet, so in the future, maintaining the MRTT will not be an issue. I already made a video about what MRTT can offer for Indonesia, and you can watch it by clicking the video card in the top right corner. The fourth news comes from Malaysia. The Royal Malaysian Air Force has scrambled several Hawk 208 aircraft to confront 16 Chinese military aircraft over the South China Sea. According to RMAF, the Chinese aircraft were flying in tactical formation at up to 27,000 feet or 8.2 km and came within 60 nautical mile or 110 km of the coast of Sarawak. Attempts to contact them were ignored, a statement said. The encounter took place within the Kota Kinabalu Flight Information Region at about 1:30 p.m. local time on 31st of May, but the RMAF said in a media statement on the following days. Malaysia's Foreign Ministry described the maneuver as a serious threat to national sovereignty, while the Chinese embassy in Kuala Lumpur played down the incident, saying Chinese military aircraft enjoy the freedom of overflight in the relevant airspace. From what I see, it's a typical China strategy in the region, and the quote victim is not only Malaysia. Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, Brunei, and Taiwan experience the same thing. It happened before, it happened right now, and it will happen again in the future. So we better prepare when something like this happen again. We're gonna end this video with the news from Australia. French shipbuilder Naval Group has been set a September 2021 deadline by Australian Prime Minister to submit acceptable revised costing for the next phase of the Royal Australian Navy's Future Submarine Program. The program to replace the Collins-class submarine started in 2007 under the Project C-1000. Key requirements were for 12 vessels capable of long-range missions, adapted to the Pacific Theater, displacing around 4,000 tons, and fitted with torpedoes, mines, and land attack cruise missile. The candidates were Type 214 or 216, Soryu, and Short-fin Barracuda. The Short-fin Barracuda won the contract and later became the Attack-class submarine. It's a diesel-electric version of the Barracuda-class submarine of the French Navy, with a displacement of 4,500 tons, length of 97 meters, have a 18,000 nautical mile range, and will be equipped with the latest sonar technology. However, in 2020, the Australian public expressed discontent when the Australian Department of Finance disclosed the updated price of the program to be around 50 billion Australian dollar or around 88 billion Australian dollar adjusted for 2021 inflation. The latest issue with the program involved contractual wrangling between Naval Group and Australia's Department of Defense over the anticipated cost of work, officially known as Core Work State 2. According to some sources, Core Work State 2 costing submitted by Naval Group were at least 50% higher than the DoD estimate of 2.5 to 3 billion Australian dollar. To resolve the issue surrounding the rise in estimated costs and delays, last February, the CEO of Naval Group even stayed for a month in Australia. What followed was a guarantee that costs were kept closely under control, no particular delays were observed with the 2030 objective, and Naval Group would ensure 60% of its contract value would go directly to Australia. If all goes well, in 2030s, the Royal Australian Navy will have a significant improvement in submarine capability. There you have it, some noticeable event in Indo-Pacific region in June 2021. Do I miss something? Share with us in the comment if you know other events that I miss. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.